All right, guys, I am back after a much needed break. The moon is in Libra, the sun is in Libra. Happy Maybon, happy fall equinox, whatever you want to call it. This is your lunar lowdown. Let's get into it. So, the moon is in Libra, and we're focusing in on being social, connecting with people, harmony, relationships, as well as fairness. And when the moon is in Libra, we can also feel a bit of indecisiveness, especially since we have the ruler, Venus, being in Virgo. Venus doesn't really like being in Virgo, but it does have its pros and cons, which we can go over now. On the upside, Venus in Virgo is very much grounded. It's very much giving acts of service when it comes to showing other people how much you care about them by doing things for them. It wants to be of service, and it can be great for connecting with people on a more like businessy level, or coming together with like group projects and really being productive with other people. Now, the cons of this are that Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And so, when it comes to how you feel about yourself as well as your relationships with other people, you're starting to have some mental back and forth. And so, that can come out as criticism of yourself as well as other people. It can come out as being a bit more cautious and questioning people's motives for wanting to get close to you, or just feeling just very nervous about getting close to other people. It can also put things into this kind of like decision paralysis because of the want or need sometimes for things to be perfect. And so this can lead to having the best laid plans as far as how you're going to talk to somebody, what you're going to act like, what you're going to say, because you want to put your best foot forward. And unfortunately, sometimes that means that you overshare, which I definitely can see with Venus and Virgo. It can also just come off as like you're doing too much. And when it comes to things that aren't even related to actual like relationships, Venus and Virgo can have a tendency to nitpick its own creativity and just not feel good enough, which honestly, when we tie this back into the moon being in Libra, there can definitely be this back and forth of I love taking care of people, but am I even good enough to stand beside this person kind of thing going on. And we can see a lot of those conversations coming up and those insecurities coming up in our relationships because we're trying to work out those smaller details that could really help or hurt the relationship. And you're trying to have those conversations with your partners, whether they be friends, romantic, or business partners. This is only magnified by the fact that the moon in Libra is making an energetic trine to Pluto in Aquarius. And then, of course, it's making a square to Jupiter in Cancer on Monday night, I do believe. Something else that I think that we should be aware of is just the plethora of options that I think we're going to be given, or the amount of gossip that is also afoot, because during Sunday night and Monday, we will see the moon conjunct Mercury in Libra, as well as making an energetic trine to Uranus and Gemini. And so there's just a lot going on mentally as well as people just talking. So don't be surprised if you are one getting maybe a lot of invitations to go out and be social with friends or groups of people, but also if your phone is just blowing up. Honestly, with all of those air like placements happening, it would not surprise me at all if friends are like blowing your phone up, but for like the most unserious reasons, but they're making it sound super serious because Pluto is in Aquarius and so everything is serious. But that is your lunar lowdown. I hope that it was helpful, and I am so glad to be back, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.